Translation! Episode 3, Season 4.
The Walking Dead.
We're back, guys, ready to review another episode of The Walking Dead. You might be thinking, why is there barely any theory fits between episode 2 and episode 3? Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, the views on this channel for The Walking Dead are absolutely pish. Therefore, we don't really prioritise The Walking Dead. And secondly, I mean, the show is fucking horribly written, right? What theory is this in episode? Oh, who burnt the bodies? I mean, we know, we've already watched it. I mean, how can we really theory that? You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything interesting. There's not many interesting vids I think you can make on The Walking Dead. So fair play to Trev's Chan too, who back in the day was literally pumping out about 20 Walking Dead vids a week. Not sure how he done it, but fair play to him. And if we can ever be a 1/100th as good as he is, I'd settle for that.
I wouldn't, because that wouldn't be good enough. He was a big, boring, out of proportion freak show bastard. So
but he's made a lot more money than we could ever dream to.
Nah.
What do you mean, nah, mate?
Maybe. Would you bet your top rocker on that?
I would bet if Trev was a football guy, he'd have had a football manager part up in 72 hours. But having said that, let's get into the review.
We're in the courtyard. Tyrese is explaining to Rick. He's explaining to the council, but Rick's not in the council, but Rick's the main guy, so basically it's the council. 2/5 of the council. They aren't sick.
Council plus one.
Council plus one. That's it. Karen and David are dead. Their bodies were on fire. They've been murdered in cold blood, man.
Just like two charcoal bodies there, aren't it?
I know it's Karen. That's her bracelet. Rick is basically like telling Tara, we're going to find out who done it.
Hold the fuck on. Let's say the bracelet wasn't there. I mean, there's two bodies literally dragged for the two cells where Karen and David were. I mean, if it's not Karen, then who is it?
Who's David?
The other guy that was burnt.
But who is he?
Some guy that was infected.
But who is he?
The guy that was in the group that got infected.
But where
a guy that came from Woodbury that...
Would you bet your top rocker he came from Woodbury?
Either he came
from... A man of fighting age.
Either he came
wasn't in the battle.
Okay, well, either he came from Woodbury or he had to answer Rick's 3 questions. So, what are you going for? What are you going for?
I don't know what I'm going for. I don't know. That's sort of fucking creepy, whatever's going on. Is that Rick? Answering his 3 questions? I don't know, but we get this scene where Tyrese goes ballistic. He wants answers, right? And he's like about to confront Rick, and then we see Daryl with the crab.
Creeping behind him. It's like, what the fuck is this? I mean, why is he such a shitebag? I mean, it's not like Tyrese is going to murder Rick here, and Daryl has to be on point to stop it happening. I mean, worst case,
cringy. It's so fucking cringy.
Worst case scenario, Tyrese like lunges at Rick. Being at this point, it's like Tyrese has got pretty much no reason to do so.
It's cringy as hell, man. It is.
But Daryl's like stealth behind him, like getting real.
Like it's something you'd see him do against a walker or something. I don't know. It just it was so forced. And then, like, eventually, like, these two get into a brawl, and then Daryl basically helps Rick, and then Rick gets on top of Tyrese, basically 2-on-1, and then eventually
Tyrese had Rick beat.
And then Daryl fucking...
But Daryl kind of restrained Tyrese, which allowed Rick to hit Tyrese, and he kept hitting him and gave him a nasty black eye, so... Daryl eventually pulls Liverboy Rick off Tyrese, but let's be real, Daryl would have pulled Tyrese off Rick a lot quicker if the roles were reversed. Is it racism, or is it just Daryl licking Rick's arse?
And after this embarrassing fight for Rick, he's briefed on the flu situation by Herschel. Herschel says, some no-names are going to die, and then walks off.
Why is it an embarrassing fight for Rick? I mean, he technically won.
Because it was fucking 2-on-1, he beat up a grieving man, for fuck's sake. See, once Rick hit him once, Tyrese let him hit him.
He was too busy crying about losing Karen. Rick thinks he's a tough man. Rick thinks he's crying because of the punches Rick's delivering. Like, fucking... I mean, he wasn't even feeling those punches.
Well, no, Tyrese just fucking numb.
What Tyrese could fucking feel was the smoke off Karen's dead body. Dead charcoal body.
On top of those fumes, he went, this smells like shite. So he went out, started digging graves, like, 100 mile an hour. Bob goes out, he's like, you need a hand, Tyrese. And he's like,
Turns
in the ground, man.
eyeballs like the size of a fucking golf ball, man. What the fuck?
What is Bob's gimmick? They're just trying to make Bob look like a fucking nonce.
I'm gonna say that nonce, like, but he is
Well,
not,
not a nonce, but just weird. Like,
he's not a good character, is he? Like,
no, but they're just trying to make this guy like, oh, look, they've brought this guy in. He's mysterious.
he's a
but in
wanderer. Oh.
but in reality, he's just some fucking alky army medic.
I mean, I doubt there's anybody at this stage of the show thinking, you know what? I like that Bob. He's my favourite character.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anybody in the world at this stage of the series that thought Bob was their favourite character.
He's in The Wire, like, so maybe people could have been like, oh, well, I liked him in The Wire and I like him in this.
What about alcoholics that are trying to be sober?
Well, at this point, he's not an alcoholic.
Well, he may as well be, like.
True. He may as well be. He hasn't been fucking drinking yet.
Look, him grabbing a bottle got Sack killed, and then he almost risked his life and pulled a gun on Darrow and didn't bother grabbing any meds because he was too busy looking for alcohol. Now, if that's not an alcoholic, then you tell me what is.
Well, we haven't got to that point yet, right? So leave fucking Bob and his six-pack alone.
Spoiler alert.
But anyway, Glenn tells Herschel that with those two dead, maybe the flu's stopped, but the flu's no stop because Sasha leaves C-block and she's coughing violently, a bit of blood. Oh no. She's got the sickness. Dr. S has got his hands full, and then the group come up with a plan, right? Medical facility, animal hospital, 50 miles away. During this, Glenn is getting symptoms of the flu. Oh no, so whoever decided to kill these two...
better kill Glenn, better kill Sasha, because, I mean, you killed fucking Karen and David, didn't you?
It makes no sense, right? Because see the people who went into that block to, like, kill the walkers who were infected? They're exposed. See, with flus and cold, it takes a couple of days to develop symptoms.
Plus, whoever killed Karen and David, right? They weren't even in that bad a condition. The last time we seen Karen, she literally had a fucking cough. It was like a common cold.
I know. And then we get Lizzie coming over to Carl. I'm not feeling well. And then Carl like starts breaking down here and like, oh no. And then you can kind of almost at this point you can fucking tell.
Well, you can't tell shit, mate.
I can tell the time. And it's time. Oh, it's time. It's Veda time. It's Rick time. He goes over to Tyrese. He says, I'm sorry. No one buys this for a fucking split second. Tyrese says, yeah.
You can't be sorry. You're not on the council.
Right.
It doesn't say that? Oh, okay.
No, he basically says that there was wrongdoing on all sides. I mean, was there wrongdoing on Tyrese's side?
I don't think so, like.
He was fucking angry, justifiably. But then again, so they really took the problem up with Rick.
Well,
and then Rick is de facto leader, so I don't know. You know. And then, like, weirdly, like, Rick asked, did Karen and David have any enemies or anyone with a big problem with them? Like, what the fuck?
Well, he's trying to, narrow down who the suspect
He's trying to be a
would
wee police officer.
But wouldn't Rick fucking...
Rick, right,
wouldn't
one
Rick,
thing,
wouldn't
right?
Rick know who has enemies and...
Exactly, but Rick doesn't know who David is. He's asking a guy if he had any enemies, doesn't know who he is.
I mean, it would have been nice if David had a scene or two, like, I mean... Why not take David out in the opening run? And that way, in season one, and you get to know him for a wee bit.
Episode 1, Dick, not season 1.
Alright, well.
And then, like, Tyrese goes off in one here and he says, I, Rick,
season one.
Rick, you just keep looking at those water pumps instead of trying to find the murderer. And then Rick's like, well, damn, not good. Then we get Bob and Daryl, they're fueling up a car. Woo! Bob gets a wee bit disturbed when Daryl reveals it was Sack's car. Sack, the fucking 12-year-old that's driving, what car was this? It was like a fucking sedan, wasn't it? And then Tyrese is like, you know what?
Yeah, how the fuck did he get that car?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking of it.
Must have stole it.
Literally, Tyrese then goes, I'm going to go ease. And why, like, Michonne's going on this run despite the fact she's got, like, what? A fucked ankle?
Yeah, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I know, and then, like, yeah, it's a bit stupid.
But she shows no signs of having a sore ankle.
Yeah, like, the fucking injuries in this would make no fucking
And
sense.
again, if you want to try and introduce some characters, would this not be the opportunity to do it?
Yeah, like, why does Michonne and Daryl need to go on this?
Why can't Beth start pulling her weight? Like,
Yeah, cause where's Beth been?
looking after Judith.
Fucking jobber. That's what she's doing, man. That is what she's doing. Absolutely horrendous. Rick then
I think it's mad that he can't eat like get feminists would get mad if you talk about like belonging in the kitchen or making sandwiches. But I mean, like if Beth isn't putting her life on the line, if she's not willing to go out and like contribute, then like what good is she really?
No, exactly.
Then by default she must be fucking in the kitchen.
No, yeah, definitely. But talking about the kitchen, Herschel
Like
was in...
if Daryl is willing to go out every night and risk his life, then the least she can do is make that guy a fucking sandwich. My opinion.
That's it, but Herschel wants to make some herbal sandwiches because he goes out into the forest and then he starts like getting leaves and shit that's going to help them with the flu. And then Carl looks at a zombie that's stuck up against a tree and he's probably thinking, there's wee Jim.
Well, yeah, well, we're not going to talk about the whole Carl's like, I can't let you go out there, Herschel. And she's, let me? I'm 74 years old. And it's like, okay, I can't stop you, but I gotta go with you. I gotta tell my dad. One of the two.
I gotta tell my dad, because you know, man, you gotta kiss his ass before you go any. Oh, I know, Carl.
You know what? I'll actually see I'll give shows and I'll give characters credit. I'm not like that. I actually don't think Carl is as bad as I originally thought he was. Season 2.
I said this in season 3.
Hated the guy. Season 3, I thought he was still annoying, but it was definitely better in season 3 than he was season 2.
Yep.
And I think now I think he's turned into a valuable member of the group.
He can actually pull his fucking weight on like 90% of them.
Unlike Beth.
No, don't even need to compare him to Beth, man. There's fucking weight.
Yeah, but here's the thing, that this is the Walking Dead pre-fucking woke. Do you know what I mean? So you've got Carl, who's a boy, son of the policeman, is getting his hands dirty, is shooting, is helping Rick scavenge and defend zombies, whereas you've got Beth, fucking, late teenager. She's, fucking cleaning up sick for baby Judith. I guarantee you, like in season 10, season 11, if there's the roles reversed, it's Judith. Spoiler alert, but I mean, it's Judith in like season 11 not basically doing what Carl was.
Yeah, well, let's not go there, mate, because that would be spoilers. But Rick goes to the tomb. He's doing a wee bit of investigation. He sees blood trails. He looks at the door.
Right, all seriousness. From now on, no more spoilers.
I don't do spoilers. You do spoilers. You just fucking
actually, I've heard from a source that you are the king of spoilers.
Said who? Fucking clown emoji, dick.
No, not him. No. Believe it or not, Stevie, we do have viewers that watch the channels.
I'm not denying that. But anyway, there is a bloody handprint on the door. Rick compares the print with his own hand. He notices it is a lot smaller than his, which implies the killer may have been female. But at the same time...
Are you trying to say females are smaller?
That's what Rick's trying to say.
Oh, we're all the same.
But it's not been fucking Karen's handprint. No, mate.
It could have been, but I mean, also it could have been like... If you could have blood in your hand, it doesn't mean you're going to have blood on your entire hand. Maybe only half your hand was bloody. Therefore, you're not leaving a full bloody handprint. Therefore, the handprint would be smaller.
Maybe, but Rick...
I mean, you can't decide who done it based on the handprint.
I think at this point, Rick knows it's Carl.
What?
I think at this point, Rick knows who's done it.
Aye.
Talking about this, so...
Part of the fucking no spoilers, did you not get it? Oh, I don't give spoilers.
We've got Herschel and Maggie discussing if Herschel could be allowed in the A block. And again, he goes, I'm 74 years old. Rick then comes along and asks,
I'm an old bastard.
Rick comes along and is like, I don't think you should be allowed on there. And Herschel falls to, I'm sorry, Rick, it's okay.
I'll not go into A block, Rick, if you don't want me to. Fuck me. Like, well, I've never liked Herschel. Get off my farm. I mean, fuck your farm, mate. I mean, look at Dave and Tony. Dave and Tony would have took your farm, mate.
I know.
And then there's you telling fucking Shane to get off it.
Disgraceful.
Should have kept him alive. He'd have saved his.
Then the one-niners and the rednecks show up at the sanctuary or whatever. It's actually called the sanctuary. I don't know where the saviors are based later down the line.
Might be.
Actually, hold on then. No, it's a faint voice coming over the car radio repeating sanctuary.
Oh, there is. Where could these people be? Did somebody say? T-E-R, Ter or something.
Aye, but
think so.
the Sanctuary's not Terminus, you know what I mean?
Yes?
No, it's not, is it?
Yes.
No Sanctuary, is that where that comes from?
Yes. Terminus is a location.
Sanctuary's what?
Well, they're offering you sanctuary.
Oh no, but Sanctuary's actually where like the Saviors are, so maybe. See, to be honest, right? The show's getting shite. Because here, Daryl, right, this is stupid. They see the amount of zombies, and what does Daryl just fucking. He drives, and he goes, actually, I should reverse now. And then gets stuck on a pile of them. And you think at this point, right, Bob's dying. Because this guy's just got no use whatsoever.
But he's not had a drink yet, so he can't die.
No. Michonne and Daryl leave Sack's car behind. Tyrese is just sitting in the back seat, like, yeah. Bob then leaves. And then he runs over to these two, and then as they look behind him, Tyrese is surrounded, and it's unrealistic, isn't it? He's fucking surrounded.
Now, look, I know there was a scene, and everyone marks out about this. Oh, but in the comics, Tyrese was trapped in the high school gym with nothing but a hammer and a group of walkers, and he came out alive. I mean, who gives a fuck? Let's be real. The guy was in a group. He was in the middle. He was surrounded by about 25, 30
I could accept
walkers.
coming out alive, but
And not to
bitten.
get bit or even scratched. Come on. Come on. You can't reload and quick enough with the swings of your hammer to keep all those zombies off you.
Even if you had a fucking automatic LMG, man, and you're doing
They're
it,
too close. You're fucked. You're surrounded.
you're not safe.
Yeah, we'll see instances in the show where like one walker takes down a grown man from nowhere. Look at the walker that got sacked. Look how quickly that walker crawled up and bit his leg.
Literally.
Therese is literally surrounded by about 15 walkers within arm's length, and he doesn't get bit. You know, I know it's plot holes and stuff, but come on.
Yeah, very stupid. So these four run off into the woods trying to get this facility. Herschel then gives Dr. S the tea. But now Dr. S just coughs blood all over Herschel's face, right? And, like, how would Herschel not have it at this point?
Maybe it doesn't affect old fuckers.
Nah, there was a decent amount of old fuckers that had it, right? But here comes the scene that matters. We've got Carol. She's setting shit up outside. Rick kind of confronts her. Basically talking about, you take it away there. Sure, we've seen.
Right, so we have Carol. She has set up a noise-making distraction machine. Not quite sure what this was, but she was trying to distract the walkers while she exited the fence and tried to unclog the water supply. One of the pumps was like blocked or something. They weren't getting clean water, so she was trying to do that. But of course, her being shite, the walkers get attracted to her. She catches the attention of the walkers. They're closing in. She's a damsel in distress. 1 minute she's like a badass Carol. Next minute she's, oh fuck, I have no weapons. So she almost like runs away, and we see Rick bolting down to save her. This was like when Rick was trying to run and save Laurie. Kind of reminded me of that wee bit, but only he was half-assing the run, like he wasn't going full 100 using Bolt. So he comes down and he helps her shoot the walkers. Now, Rick told her not to do this. Rick says we'd get it tomorrow. We'd fix the hose tomorrow. Carol tells her we don't know if we'll get it tomorrow. And then when they're in the courtyard, Rick confronts her about her actions. He calls them moronic. Carol half-heartedly agrees as she begins walking away. Rick then asks Carol if there's anything she wouldn't do for the group, and she replies, no. He then asks her if she killed Karen and David, and she replies, yes. And that is it.
No, but no, I hear about this, right? She says yes so smugly, like Rick ain't gonna do anything, like he's gonna give it the fucking nod of approval.
Yeah, not even an ounce of guilt or nothing. Remorse. Yes, as if, yes, I'm the woman, I done it. I'm the man, I done what yous were afraid to do. And that's how the episode finishes.
I'm sorry, right? But see this? See if you're actually rating like top 10 things in The Walking Dead that was just done like heinously and like, in cold blood. This is fucking up there.
I can't think of much worse, like, up to this part of the show.
This is worse than anything Negan did.
I'm not going to talk about Negan.
I'm just saying, right? Even up to this point, is
it worse than Shane shooting Otis?
Yeah,
I think
way
so.
worse.
Shane told Otis to go. I noticed wouldn't leave him.
Shane knew one of them had to die to get the supplies back, and if Otis isn't going to let him do it, then he has to do it himself for Otis.
They treated Randall pretty bad, like, in fairness. But yeah, no, I'd say this takes the cake. This is...
They let Randall, you know, I mean... It was fuck... I mean, at least with Randall, it's a fucking group decision. This is just... What is this? Killing 2 people because of a flu that...
Carol Tatership.
Pretty much, but yeah. It's out, guys. It's out in the open. It's safe. Carol did it, and... She sucks. We have to rate the episode next time out. Make sure you check out that. It's a very Carol heavy episode, brother. But I'm going to give this episode
a 4 for me.
I'll give it a 4. It's probably best of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Wasn't good.
Wasn't good, but probably the best of the season.
I think the season. I think episode 1 was better.
Well, there you have it, guys. Right, that's it. Till next time.
3 episodes in, it's been a shit show. Let's be real.
I mean, I think 3 episodes in, and we haven't hit a rating of 10.
Well, that doesn't mean shit. That's just our opinion. Like,
aye, but normally Trev would be breaking 10 with 1 episode. So I mean,
well, he's probably given it like a 9.6 on that shit. So
he did. But until next time, that's Isolation wrapped up. Next time is Indifferent, I believe it is. Until then, peace.